All right. We are ready to rock and roll. Mike, you here with me?
I'm here. What
Awesome.
is up?
All right, people, we've got Zach Cohen and Schmid tonight. This is an excellent matchup here. Schmid is playing his usual convocation. If anyone's in the chat, let me know. Let us know you can hear us. Should be good to go. Yep. Jin, our web's back. I don't know about that, buddy. We'll see. Zach, fresh off a win against Jin earlier in the week, actually. So Schmid's got Abomination, Baron Zemo, Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Voodoo, Drac, Wong, Shang, Encantu, Magic Hulk. We've got dice being rolled for priority. I'm going to grab Zach's while we look at that. It looks like Zach is going to end up with Prio here, so I'm assuming we're going to end up on his Secures. For Zach, we've got the usual web stuff with Abomination, who's definitely an A-tier model, Mike. I don't know if you'd agree with that or not, but I certainly would think he's an A-tier model. Agent Venom, Beta Ray
Ah,
Bill, and Shang-Chi. We're going to be playing on Riots and Fear Grips. Convocation is a matchup that I feel like generally, like on paper, you think is advantage into webs. Do you feel that way, or is that a little overstated, the web's weakness to mystic attacks?
well, it really only affects Miles and Spectacular. Um, the rest of it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that bad. Um, so we'll see. I don't know. Zach's got Shang also. I found Shang to be quite good into Convo. Obviously, Black Cat's good into Convo. Zemo. Even Agent Venom might even be solid. Like no Agamotto rerolls.
Yeah,
We'll see.
a few people I talked to said that the combo matchup was rough for webs, and I think that it's one of those things like Mummy having two energy defense, like it's a little overstated, right? Because Black Cat doesn't care about your attack type. Webs are often playing, a big splash. Looks like they are playing 18 threat, which makes a lot of sense to me. When I interviewed Schmidt a couple of weeks ago for variant cover, I asked him about 17 threat, and it was a threat that he wasn't super comfortable with, and I think that combo on a D shape at lower threat probably is not the play. I think the higher threat you can play is probably better for them, right? They're able to bring more tools.
I think that's what most people are trying to do right now in general.
Yeah.
Most people are trying to play 19 or 20. And bringing a strong 17 or 18 is hugely advantaged, especially since the crises are majority in those threats.
Yeah,
But yeah, combo 17 is definitely a little weird. It boils down to having most people want to play a 5 threat and a 4 threat, and then that forces you to play like a 2 threat and double threes, and that's where the problem comes in. Like defenders experience this. Convocation is one of them. I think Wakanda is another one. It gets a little awkward.
yeah. There's a lot of terrain on the board here, so I'm wondering if we're going to see Abomination come out for Zach here. I feel like it's a pretty good model into what Schmid's doing, although if he gets scalpeled away, that's really rough.
I don't know if I like Abomination here. Voodoo can get stuff off of him. Bump kind of ruins his ability to like attack and then radiation zone. I don't think he's the play personally, but maybe we'll see.
I'm curious if Zach goes ultra wide here. I don't know if he's like a 6 wide webs reliever or if he's more of a 5 wide guy. I feel like the 6 to 7 wide webs was like the hotness for a while, but I don't know if that's still the key. I mean, not a lot of people are even playing the faction at the moment, so I don't know what's in vogue.
Yeah, I don't think you want to play 7 wide. I think we'll probably see the standard web stuff with like Shang-Chi, is what I would expect. Maybe we see a Zemo or a Agent Venom.
Yeah, I'm guessing Agent Venom's in the list specifically for things like 18 threat, right? Because usually you play 4 3s and a 5 or 5 3s and a 2 at 17. So if you're scaling that up in some way, you might need a webs 4 to make it work.
Yeah. Yeah, you often need a webs for random stuff. I don't think Zach doesn't play Wong, right? He just has Toad.
Yeah, he just has Toad.
Yeah.
Toad may be a little bit of a
Uh,
liability with Voodoo out there. I just feel like it's such a scare. I mean, Voodoo's only going to tap once, I guess, and Toad can kind of get away. But it doesn't take much for Voodoo to be able to get something off of Toad.
yeah, I would probably consider like having Toad pick up your home hammer and just sit on the back point, and then go out to the middle with something else.
And then for Schmid, who's likely to be picking up hammers for him? I mean, I feel like when I first started out, like Strange picking up hammers and throwing dice from range 5. Ooh, looks like we've got squads coming out here. From Schmidt's side, we've got Shang-Chi, Wong, Voodoo, Strange, and Magic, exactly what Curtis called in chat. And on Zach's side, we did go 6 wide with Shang-Chi, Toad, Spectacular Spider-Man, Black Cat, Ghost Spider, and Miles. So we have 6 versus 5 wide. Not a lot of Mystic weakness on Zach's side, so that was a little overstated.
Yeah,
And
he's got two Spider Sense models, so
yeah,
it's not nothing, but
we have no
yeah.
Cat in the Spider for Zach, so we're going to be probably grabbing, if we want to grab a hammer, quote unquote, safely, it's going to be with Toad. So there'll be some sort of pressure coming from Schmid here, round 1. Schmid is
I'm surprised
tabbing
Zach
on Wong.
I'm surprised Zach brought Brace. I mean, I feel like it's kind of telegraphed that Schmid's just going to play a bunch of Mystic characters and none of them have terrain throws. Like the only throw here is like Voodoo's trigger and Shang. Like if you miss, it's
I
not a huge deal. I would have liked to see Cat and the Spider. I agree, just to get the hammer away from Voodoo early.
I'm not sure what else Schmid had on his list. I know he had a Hulk in there. Maybe Zach had some concerns about that. I mean, it is a terrain dense board, so if you do bet wrong, I could see how not bringing Brace would be a little upsetting round 1.
I think Schmid has a Space Maw. Um, at least he did in the other stream. Could be wrong, but yeah. So I think Schmid has A bomb too. Did they both have A bomb?
I think they both had a bomb. That might be part of it too. I think Curtis
Yeah.
pulled that out as well. Yeah, a bomb I
Yeah, the
like.
thing is like, I'm sorry to interrupt you again. The thing is with Wizards is like he's gonna play Voodoo and Strange
Yeah.
and the Chang, so like you can kind of just anticipate the rest of the team. He'll be 5 wide with those 3 models, so like I think it feels pretty safe to like you're not gonna see A bomb or anything like that.
Yeah, and Zach was a Wizards player. He was the badge holder for Wizards, so he's pretty familiar with what they do and their ranges and what they bring to the Webs matchup. So there's nothing gonna be no surprises here for Zach today.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Zach is a very seasoned convocation player, so he shouldn't really get caught by anything.
Yeah, we lost to Zach's team at squad goals. Unfortunately, Zach kind of he beat our APOC player pretty quickly, and then I think Zach spent 45 minutes just walking back and forth between the other two games.
Yeah, we played Zach's team too. It was a hard team. I was nervous about playing them because they had a bunch of their team was like weirdly had a lot of energy attacks. Like they had Dormammu, Convocation,
Yeah.
and Inhumans. And it was like, oh god, this is not good for like APOC. Or sorry, we weren't playing APOC. Midnight Suns. And then Lucas lost to Zach. So, but yeah, we won the other 2 games. But it was close. Brady was diced the shit out of me.
Sooner calling out in the chat, he thinks this is bad for Webs. Is that a call out because of all the Mystic, or is it that just Voodoo on hammers is just so good alongside Shang-Chi that it's those two models are really problematic for what Zach is bringing?
Yeah, so Voodoo's a problem, and then you have Shang also a problem, and then you have Magic and Strange who can both teleport around Spider Tracker.
Hmm.
So I don't know, and I think Zach's playing a card down with Brace. Maybe even playing a card down with Chi Mastery. We'll see.
So we have
It's gonna be hard.
yeah. Zach so far hasn't really telegraphed where he's gonna be picking up a hammer. The fact that he gets to put Toad down last means that Schmid has to make a commitment first. Although from I've streamed a lot of Schmid games, as you've noticed, Schmid doesn't really worry too much about who's picking things up round 1. I've seen him get really aggressive and pick up with models you wouldn't expect. He plays the terrain really well. He plays the matchups across from him in deployment really well. And there's not a ton that Webs are bringing right now that's going to scare him from picking something up with Shang-Chi or even Magic, especially with Bump.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see Wong just give Voodoo power and you just double move and possess Toad, and then pick it up with something else or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he does that, does that just let Zach go pick it up and Voodoo's just kind of playing without his token on Voodoo early on? Like,
Right, so if somebody comes and gets it, then it's like next to Voodoo, and you just like double tap them
mm,
for
yeah,
a
because
priority or
Schmidt's
something
gonna
like
have
that.
prio. Yeah, yeah, good call. I mean, it also feels really bad when you have a Toad who's not holding an extract or scoring a secure.
Yeah.
We saw that a couple weeks ago in the game of, I think it was Dan versus Curtis, I want to say, or maybe it was somebody else where Toad didn't pick something up and it just felt like you're playing two threat down at that point.
Uh, yeah, Toad's kind of gotta. He's got to be scoring points to be worth anything.
We have Voodoo going down here on the north side, which I think that's Schmid calling out that he thinks either Toad is going to go there or if Black Cat wants to pick up. Voodoo still feels pretty good into her. Like it's not crazy for him to get 3 power easily between the skull and the sap power and maybe poke through a damage.
Yeah, if she, you wouldn't have any power for Sap,
That's true.
so you need like a skull and a two damage or something.
Or Wong passing power.
Yeah.
With Shang-Chi and Spectacular Spider-Man going down for Zack here on the south side across that hammer. Schmidt has his Shang-Chi across from that hammer as well. Miles roughly in the center for Zack. Schmid has Wong and Sorcerer Supreme in the center, and now looks like Magic's going to go down in the center as well, giving himself a lot of options in deployment here. I'm going to move this map a little bit here so we can see the Spectacular, I'm sorry, Gwen and Black Cat are across from the North Hammer, which is also where Voodoo is, and we've still got Toad yet to go for Zack. It looks like Zack might do exactly what you suggested, which is putting Toad on his home hammer and just kind of staying out of the threat range that Schmid can, present round one.
Yeah, I like keeping Toad away from threats early.
Yeah, and if
You don't
Wong
really need the hammer dice.
if Wong passes a power to Strange, can Strange move, teleport 3, and hit Toad on his home hammer?
Uh,
I'm gonna.
range 3, I yes, maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, it doesn't matter because Zack is putting Toad down across from the South Hammer, which makes sense to me because it's just Shang-Chi presenting a threat down there. Toad can't pass a power to Shang. So, like, it's a relatively safe position for Zack.
Yeah, no, because Voodoo's so hedged to a side, I like having Toad just go to the opposite side. I think it's fine. I don't think Shane can jump kick Toad anyways. It's too far back.
Yeah. Zack going right now with Toad opening up. He's going to grab that South Hammer. So we've got a hammer now on Toad. We'll see how Schmid responds. Looks like he's going to be grabbing with Voodoo on the north side. Can he get cover? Looks like that those barrels are just blocking him, so. But there's not much of a threat presented on that side, and Voodoo with a hammer is still a pretty good threat. I don't know if he's going to be threatening to get any more hammers, though, anytime soon.
I'm a little curious why Schmidt didn't backstop his Voodoo on the barrels from the impact webbing, but maybe you see something I don't.
Miles going to grab for Zack now and sitting on his home extremis point.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Miles might be a little too far up. I'd probably keep him all the way back because of the scalpel. It's imminent, but
Yeah. Schmid measuring ranges right now to see
see what.
if Wong can pass that power to Shang-Chi. Wong moves up for Schmidt to his home extremis. He's going to do the meditate and pass the power to Doctor Strange. So now Doctor Strange presents a threat to either that home hammer or potentially the side extremis point with a medium base, range 3 place, and a. It's not possible for him to double move and just scalpel Toad back towards Shang-Chi, right? That seems pretty far. I don't think
Yeah,
he could
I
threaten that,
don't
right?
think he'll be in. I
Yeah,
don't think he'll be in range for that.
yeah. So maybe it's just an aggressive play there to teleport in and attack something.
I suspect we'll see Strange go after Miles. Zach measuring the range 2 here is a little dicey. He probably wants to walk Gwen onto the point with the builder, but which I guess is fine. Like you still score it because Blackhead just walks onto it. But yeah,
Yeah, there's definitely a world where spiders can go up 3-1 on secures this round. And I think Schmid is kind of okay with that. He's going to be looking to try to get some attrition pressure early, more than likely. Looks like we're just seeing a impact webbing come in, though. No wild, and great blocks from Voodoo. And she will webline.
well, at least we didn't roll a skull, so that's good.
Yeah, and Gwen's now in a position where she can rotate or make plays to different sides. She can even, in a follow-up round, potentially have power to yank Miles to safety or move more models. Is Schmid? I don't think Schmid feels any pressure to go after that extremis console on the north side, right? He's going to be chasing down extra carriers this game.
Yeah, I think he has to. What's weird is that he has Wong on his back point, but also like Strange isn't going to pick up the hammer, or like someone has to pick up his hammer, right? This is not Wong.
Yeah.
So he's kind of committing two models to his back point, which really doesn't give him much presence in the midfield.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think Strange like has to go after Miles. I don't really think there's another line.
looks like he's considering his options with Doctor Strange right now. I think Webs is one of those matchups, if you haven't played it in a while, it really presents puzzles for you round one, but also a clock. But I've seen Schmid play this matchup a ton versus Patry and other Webs players in TTS leagues past, so I really don't think it's going to be a huge surprise for him or anything out of the ordinary. Also, Johnny was a Webs player for a long time.
Schmid's measuring range 5. Miles has stealth.
Is there I know Schmid is really big on his shortcuts. I don't know what range 5 could mean. I don't know if that's this if it's similar to like a medium move on a medium base plus range 2. Oh,
Okay, Curtis is
Yeah, he just
range
confirmed that. Let's go. I've watched a lot of Schmid
move
games.
scalpel. All right. Yeah, I was like, surely Schmid knows Miles has stealth.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Schmid games and I've seen a lot of movement tools come out where it's the puzzle of what does this movement tool actually mean? And I think I don't know if you've ever checked out his YouTube videos. They're really long, but usually somewhere buried in those hour-long rants, he does go over things like that. How a range 5 tool is actually this model plus this model and this range here.
So what you're telling me is I should get the transcript of all of Schmid's rant videos and then run them through ChatGPT and have it give me the cliff notes.
It's not a bad idea. Magic moving up here, grabbing a hammer. Still has an action left. He's choosing to sit on his back extremis point. Um, okay, no, I think he was just going as far as he could in that first move. Yeah. Looks like he's going to walk Magic to the middle of the table and just give her options for next round. Which, if he chooses to double move Scalpel Strange, Scalpel with Strange on Miles, he could open up with 2/6 die with Pierce into Miles at the start of next round. And in a position where there's not a lot of pressure coming from the other Web Warriors. Black Cat double
Yeah,
moving here
Zach.
for Zach, taking the top extremis
Yeah,
point.
notably putting himself in range 1 of Voodoo just to leave the steal online if something weird happens.
So we still have Spectacular and Shang still to go for Zach, and we've got Doctor Strange and Shang still go for Schmid. Looks like we're going to be seeing a Doctor Strange medium move here. He's going to actually scalp himself up the table. I think he might have just been out of the range that he wanted for Miles, or it would have been a little tight. Oh, that's great. He's just given himself now two options here for an attack. And he's choosing to go to Gwen.
Interesting. I feel like the one tap on Miles is just too much value, but yeah, see.
Looks like, yeah, big hit coming in here from Doctor Strange. 5 dice, 5 successes with appears. Gonna poke 4 through on Gwen. Although she's got a reroll available to her. She's taking 4.
All right. Well, your Gwen didn't daze round 1, so we take that.
Ooh. That's really cool. He's gonna now scalpel magic up towards that north extremis point, it looks like. I was wondering if he was going to get even more aggressive. He could also scalpel, because he's got 4 power right now. He could also scalpel Voodoo into range of Miles, but he's going to put Gwen, magic on the point.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a good upwinning activation here. It gives him a lot of options for next round. And maybe puts a little pressure on Zach here. Zach responding with Spectacular Spider-Man, who's going to move up. Checking ranges to see what Shang-Chi's able to do. Chat calling out we might see a refused flank here. So it seems likely that Zach is going to go up ever so slightly on Secures round 1 because they're going to push that north side. But ultimately, I don't think that's going to make a huge difference. This game is going to be largely decided by the extract play. Spectacular moving up. Zach being super careful here to measure what looked like to me walk range 2 attack. But he'll still be able to do a walk in range 3, which I think he's totally fine with because Zach Shang-Chi will ensure that he wins that South Secure as well.
So what Zach's little movement finagling was he's trying to make sure that he gets cover on the dumpster from the kick, but also be out of range from a walk punch. Which I think he
yeah, looks
might not have gotten it. Maybe it's
tight.
close. I don't know. It's very close.
We've got extracts on Miles, who's sitting on his home secure for Zach, threatened by Doctor Strange right now. We've got an extract on Toad for Zach, and we've got extracts on Dr. Voodoo and Magic for Schmid, both of whom have pushed up the board towards the north extremis point, trying to apply a lot of pressure next round. Just Shang-Chi left to go for Schmid. Is there a world? Okay, well, he's choosing to move up and get within range 3 of Spectacular. So he's choosing to just double move here. Why not just take the flying kick to give yourself the power, Mike?
I think he is worried that Spec gets power, which would be quite good. And then you just you don't really need the power on Shang.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have charge next round anyways.
Flying kick from Zach Shang into Schmid Shang.
Yep, this is just free because even if you miss, he can't throw you.
Which he did. But he will get on the point, which means Zach is going to go up 5-3 round 1.
No, it'll be 4-3.
4-3 round 1. Sorry, I was looking. Yes.
Yeah.
But Schmid is going to have priority, and he's going to have A lot of pressure being applied right now to Zach's models. If you're Schmid, do you open up here into Miles, or do you just start with Gwen?
So Magic. Why does Magic? Oh, Schmidt already power phased. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I would probably do something like Magic shoots the Hex gun into Gwen, and then you teleport and Slicer.
Yeah, what I,
Uh,
from
you,
a lot of the advice I've always heard is make sure you kill Gwen first before you deal with the rest of the web warriors, and that seems to be with Schmid's attitude here as well.
yeah, the rest of Zach's teams is not really a threat. This is the crux of it. And you leave Strange and Voodoo online for later to displace people, but we're opting for Strange. All
Yep,
right.
he's going into Gwen. Good hit here. Good blocks though from Zach. We've got 3 successes into 3 successes, but appears on Schmid's side. Oh, geez,
Yo, this is actually kind of insane. If
yeah,
he misses here, you can fall back on this.
and the re-rolls, do they convert? Not convert?
I don't see any
Yeah, I don't
red
see any
dice.
successes. I want to just zoom out here. Oh, looks like he's thinking about the re-roll, or I mean, I guess he's already committed to it, but he's considering some other options, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he didn't commit to the reroll, but he just pulled
Yeah,
the dice out.
yeah. I think he was really expecting to get Gwen there and then give himself some options, but it looks like we're rolling dice again. Another attack into Gwen. This time she whiffs and Schmidt gets what he needs. So we didn't see the fallback there that you were expecting, but
That's
Schmid would have had scalpel anyway, or no?
no, because he would have had 3 power. He missed.
Hmm.
He would have had to daggers her, and then he wouldn't have scalpel at all.
Yeah, I mean maybe Zach wants to hold that fallback for when one of his extra carriers is under threat, especially knowing that there's still a scalpel on the table that like Voodoo could get moved up. I don't know if Magic's in range to
Yeah,
be moved up.
that's a perfectly fair point.
Miles only with 1 power. I mean, it might be a little risky to move up a Voodoo. I can't tell. Can you tell? I don't think Strange is within 2 of Magic. It seems unlikely. No.
I don't believe he is. No.
Yeah. So I don't think he has any valid targets. He could just move himself.
Yeah, he can move Voodoo or himself. I think he just sit on the
Yeah.
power. Yeah.
Okay, so the opening activation for Schmid was dazing Gwen, but it took 2 attacks to do so. Zach now has some
Yeah, I'd
choices
say
to
that
make. Go
could
ahead.
have went a lot worse for Zach.
Oh, 100%. Um, Zach has his extracts on Toad and Miles at the moment, who are both now in fairly safe positions. I mean, Toad can just run away, and Shang can't really chase him down particularly well.
Yeah, I think at this point you're just running Toad into the deployment zone.
Yeah,
He's under fire at all points. So you can't stay by Shang, and Voodoo will come and ruin your day if you go hang out with Miles. So I think if I was him, I'm just running to the corner.
yeah. I don't feel particularly threatened if I'm Zach for Miles, just because like Voodoo can walk and tap once, and yeah, he might get the power to pull the hammer off you, but then you'll have the power to throw 6 dice, maybe get a wild, attack again. So it's a little dicey for him.
Yeah,
I think you feel okay with that.
yeah. Whoever engages first there is probably not
Disadvantage, right?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toad's looking at. He's gonna actually hang out on the home extremis point.
Okay.
I mean, you have a black cat with 2 power who can choose to maybe stagger, or depending on how the attacks go on the other side, stagger twice, which might really protect Toad. So we've got Zach collapsing his extracts on his home secure, and now Shang-Chi is going to be charging in. for Schmid. We're going to see 6 dice Mystic go into someone. I assume Toad here? Let's find out.
It's got to be. It's
Yeah.
got to be. This is why Shang is such a problem. He just like sticks himself in, and you can't really do anything about it.
All right, here we go. Shang into to Toad.
Just gonna pray that Toad doesn't die.
He's not dying yet.
Uh, he's not dead. All right.
We get the Web Warrior reroll here. So currently taking 3. So taking 3.
Yeah.
I mean, being on his home extremis point means Miles can heal him. Oh, he's going to push Miles away and stun him.
Yep.
You know, I've played
Very
a lot
fair
of.
model.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've played a lot of Shang-Chi, and every time I see that happen, it still blows my mind that that made it to the tabletop.
Yep.
We don't see Toad opting to run away here. Does that surprise you at all?
Yes, but
Oh, there it is.
I
That's the
would at
slippery.
least be okay. Yeah. The 1 inch punch would come out first. Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, none of this would have happened if Toad just didn't walk onto the extremis point. Like, Toad ended up in the deployment zone anyways. But now, like, for your trouble, like your Miles got 1 inch punched.
Yeah. And now Miles kind of has to just walk and throw 5 dice at Shang-Chi if he wants to take that point back. So it's a little rough. You do have a spectacular Spider-Man that can threaten the home extremis of Schmid, though, which is interesting. We have an attack here from, yep, Black Cat going into Magic,
The magic. Oh,
dealing
she's cooking.
three damage.
Yo, let's go.
We've got the bump coming out here, which means we won't see a steal. And we got the bleed. I always forget that is undamaged now and no longer on a, what was it, a wild before?
So it was always Wild Pierce. The bleed was not there prior. They
Oh, okay.
added on damage bleed.
Bump coming out here for Schmid.
But yeah, Voodoo existing just says like your Black Cat's not stealing really this game, so you might as well just make attacks. I also don't hate Staggering Strange here, but
She's
always steal
stealing
from
from
Voodoo.
Voodoo. And
All right. Wait. Oh, grappling hook or something. Yeah. I was like, this is an action.
alright, so we have Black Cat stealing the extract and now grappling hook away to hide behind cover.
I don't hate this. I think Zach, he's forcing Schmid to engage his Black Cat, like give her power.
Yeah.
Uh, I like that actually. That's a good play.
Yeah, so now we have 3 hammers on Zach's side. We've got one on Miles, who's been 1 inch punched off a point. Toad, who's on 3 damage and run towards the deployment zone, and one on Blackhead, who just stole from Voodoo. It's now Schmid's activation, and he's got. Looks like he's going to be going with Magic here and just trying to apply some pressure to Miles. It's an aggressive move where if it pays off, great. If not, could be putting Magic in a real serious and his extract in a serious predicament. He does have sacrifice though, if he needs to use it.
Yeah, so there is a lot of potential for Zach to score a lot of points this round because uh, Spectacular could do something like walk impact webbing, push Shang off, and then swing back, and then his Shang can bully Wong off the point, and then obviously Miles can stand on the home point, and then if something weird happens and like Magic doesn't kill Black Cat, uh, Zach could just like score 3 hammers and 3 points or something. Just ton of VPs.
Yeah, it's interesting watching Zach. I've been playing a little bit of webs, and I think I'm too fearful and not aggressive enough with scoring points. I don't know who it was, but years ago I heard someone describe web warriors as like red deck wins, but not in the sense of I'm going to do a bunch of damage to you, but in the sense of I'm going to throw all these weenies at you and have them score as aggressively as possible. I think it's a really interesting way of looking at the faction.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm curious what Schmidt does here. He's in a bit of a pickle, I think.
Yeah, he's got he's got really low floor and really high ceiling plays available to him. He needs dice to cooperate, and theoretically they should. Like there's also a world where Schmid has a really impactful round as well. Schmid is in the tank.
Yeah.
There's also a world where, right, Black Hat is gone. Like you could even I don't know, you probably don't want to go with Wong and have a pass turn because of what you said before, right? There's gonna be a lot of pressure on him to push him off that extremis console.
Yeah, you don't really want to play Wong because it's kind of like then Shang just goes like Zach Shang and just sends him off.
Is the safest thing just going with Magic, attacking Black Cat twice? Like you don't feel like you're gonna get her, but at least you're not putting a model in danger. Might be the safest play.
I don't hate Black Cat or sorry Magic going into Miles here like he's measuring because then your Voodoo can go into Black Cat and you have a lot better odds of getting the hammer off of her and you can hit the hit triggers to throw her off.
Hmm.
Whereas like Magic's ability to deal with Black Cat is pretty limited.
Seems like Schmidt's even considering a rotation back towards his home point where Wong is. This is the Schmidt I know, yeah. Teleport range 3 with Magic, and he's going to go into Miles.
Yep.
Oh, he's playing Plane of Poldock.
Yeah, he's got to
Almost.
make this happen.
Yeah, wow, I like the aggressive early play. As someone who often blows 5 tactics cards with Wakanda in the first 2 rounds of a game, I'm all about it. All right, Magic, 6 dice, thanks to the hammer, into Miles. Not a bad start with 2 crits coming in on Schmidt's side, 2 blocks so far for Zach. 5 successes with a Pierce on Schmidt's side. He's now re-rolling because of playing a Poldock. 6 successes with a Pierce. Zach re-rolling on his side. So it looks like Miles is going to be taking 4 here. Did I math that correctly?
Good.
Yes.
You make her double attack you. It's good. The stun here is brutal.
Yeah. And here comes the second attack from Magic. Again, good blocks coming in from Zach's side, but we have...
He's already dead, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the Pierce. All right, down goes Miles. So we've now got an extract going back onto Magic. She's holding 2 hammers at the moment. She took a bleed damage. We've got 2 dazed models on Zach's side in Gwen and Miles. Toad is hurting on 3 damage out of 4. And we've got extracts on Zach's Black Cat, who's being threatened by Voodoo at the moment, and on Toad, who's currently not being threatened, but could be opened up by Shang at the beginning of next round.
Yeah, so that was a really good play by Schmid. I like the plane and pull dock into that. Importantly, though, he gave Zach priority at the moment. So
Yes, you did. I didn't catch that. That's interesting. That might impact how Zach approaches Wong. Yeah, it looks like Zach is actually going to go back towards his home extremis point and into Shang-Chi, potentially. Oh no, looks he's lining up Magic. I think he's got the range for it. It's going to be tight.
yeah, this is good. If he can get there, this is really good because you probably force a sacrifice, but that's fine because you have priority, and then you can get the hammers off of him.
Yeah, if you can't see, there are 2 hammers currently on Magic. And it won't take much to take her down. Yeah, Curtis also calling out the sacrifice play.
Yeah, I feel like Venom Blast is just shut down because of the stun from Balance Shang-Chi, but yeah, Smiles would be on what +4 power, like 7 or something like that.
Yeah. Uh, Zach also shortcutting it with the range 5 tool here. I need to go to, was it mcptools.com, I think is the website you can learn a lot of these ranges.
Yeah, the link's a little more complicated than that. It's like a Netlify app or something.
Hell yeah. I use Netlify in all my classes.
Yeah, I don't know if Shang is in. I don't know that measuring shorthand.
Looks like he's going to just play it safe and go into Schmid Shang-Chi. At the very least, he'll score the secure.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you roll because you just 1 inch him off the point. Maybe you high roll a stagger.
Oh, he might be in.
Sanity
Oh,
checking the. No, he's out. He's
oh, just
definitely out.
yeah, just barely. It's tight. There might have been a way
Yeah, I'm out.
if he went a little bit more straight on with the original placement, he might have been okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it top down. I think he looks very out.
I mean, there's also a world where worst case scenario when you do that charge, you could just choose Shang-Chi as the target, right? If you're not within two.
Yeah, the problem is you want to be on the
On the point,
point
yeah.
because
Yeah, he's
you
playing
need
it
to one
safe.
inch his string.
So we have
Yeah.
Shang-Chi charging in for Zach. He's going to punch Schmid Shang-Chi. Cue up Spider-Man meme. 6 into 4.
Yep. I just joked
Uh,
about how
no stagger and no damage coming in for Zach here. Schmid does have the power to throw him, huh? But if he 1 inch punches here,
he
he'd be out of
won't.
range, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just 1 inch him away and then you can't throw him.
Ah, Shang-Chi, not even the answer to Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it's just. I was joking about how my locals are playing Shang-Chi mirror match every weekend, every week at the shop, and the randoms walk by and they're like, "What the hell is this game? Where's Wolverine? Where's Venom?"
It would be funny if you could bump back into throw range. Yeah, I don't know, Curtis, if I'd call that funny. It'd be something. All right, so at least Zach is going to score that South secure. Again, he has extracts on Black Cat and Toad. Black Cat threatened right now by Voodoo. Schmid still has Wong and Voodoo to go. He's got 2 hammers on Magic at the moment. Likely to get one back, though, with Voodoo. Oh, I like this. He's measuring to see if he's in range 3 of Magic to heal her. It looks, from my angle, that he's in. How does it look to you, Mike?
I looked in. I don't know if it's worth the VP though.
Is the heal in action? Oh, he has to
It
heal.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. He's just going to double move and tie that secure on the north side. Yeah, I mean, that's a good call because you were threatened by Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This game is definitely evolving into a board state I wasn't expecting, with a lot of models not on points. Zach right now measuring Spectacular Spider-Man, hop, move, attack, magic. If you can get her to burn sack round 2 on a Spectacular 5 die, I think you feel pretty good about that.
Yes.
Especially
Yeah.
given that you have
Either burn
priority.
sack or or risk dying. Yeah. 2 health is a little spooky.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. So, with the current board state, it looks likely that Zach wins one secure and potentially one extract, possibly 2 extracts, depending on how the voodoo attacks go in a cat.
Zach might win 2 secures. Shang and Spec.
Yeah, I think he looks like he's going to be doing the aggressive play, though, and going towards magic and trying to burn that sack round 2 here.
Yeah, I don't know if impact webbing is in off this. It looks far. Yeah, I think it's too far. Yeah, he's gonna walk again. All right. Well, so much for positioning. We're just brawling it out now. Who needs map B, AMG? We need brawl on spread out map just like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I've always found with Map D. I mean, you and I have talked about it, and Curtis and I have talked about it in the chat, and a lot of people have talked about it, that Map D is not as um, unfighty. I don't know the lack of a better word. There's a lot of times where, because of collapsing extracts and building bunkers, that Map D actually just becomes you're really fighting over 2 points. We saw that recently in the Mike Dembois and Nobility game. A similar thing happened where the fight was largely over 2 parts of the D shape, and we largely ignored the other 2 parts until later in the game. And we're seeing that right now with Webs versus Convo here.
I think that's true, especially amongst like top tier lists because lists that have high mobility, like this Webs and Convocation, both teams have high mobility. But if you're playing like a majority of the characters in the game, they just don't have the mobility requirements to do stuff like that.
We are
So
seeing the
yeah.
sacrifice being burned here. So Spec is going to Magic, who's sacking into Doctor Strange, who will have cover. Decent hit.
Oh boy.
Good hit coming in here. We've got
Uh,
3 coming through. No rerolls from Schmid here. Oh, because it's sacrifice, duh.
yeah, no rerolls, no cover.
Looks like he's going to bump. Because of the Fisk, he can't really bump into Wong range, so it looks like he's going to bump into... He knows that Magic's under fire next round. He probably wants to bump into a range where he can attack whoever goes after Magic next round.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to be scary, especially like if Zach opts to play something like all webbed up next round to really limit the mobility of Schmid. Gwen's sitting on 6 power, so she'll have 7 next round. She could all webbed up, double tap something. Could be scary.
yeah, both players are playing really well. I'm really enjoying this game so far.
Yeah, I
They
think
keep
this is
coming
the
up
kind
with
of
lines
game
that are pretty interesting.
I would definitely want to show people this game and the Dembois game, just like how Map D can be played. We have Voodoo moving here for Schmid and attacking Black Hat. Voodoo currently sitting at 1 power. He's hoping to get a... Like, Wilds won't help him here. Good hit coming in. So currently generating 3 power, which is exactly what he needs. Black Cat needs the reroll and a success here, which she does not. So Voodoo's going to do 2 damage and get the skull power here, so he's going to be able to now possess and grab the extract off Cat. That could not have gone any better for Schmid. He's going to win that secure
Yeah,
and take an extract lead.
another very fair model, Doctor Voodoo.
Yeah, one might even describe him as an S tier model if we were ranking models based on their
Yeah,
effectiveness outside of their home affiliations, Mike.
it's true.
So Schmid going up 7-6. Zach, rare time the Web Warriors have priority, but Schmid is playing Ironbound Books here, which is going to limit the effectiveness of what Zach's going to choose to do offensively. Curious to see if Zach plays his all webbed up to try to get some momentum back on his side. Yeah,
Looks
Curtis.
like he tried to play Ironbound Books with Magic, but Hammer Tax maybe second guessing. It looks like Wong's going to play it. We almost certainly see an all webbed up here, right?
That's my expectations. I guess you don't have to play it on your active model, right? You can just play it on whoever you want.
Yeah, Gwen can just pop it and then you go with Miles.
Yeah. Uh, Brace and Chi Mastery left for Schmid. We do have Ironbound Books up, so going into Magic, there is like a world where she can reverse Pierce.
Yeah, Magic and Strange both have reverse pierce here. Don't have any energy attacks, which kind of sucks.
Both of them though sitting
Um,
on just 2 life left. Yeah, we do have the old webbed coming out from Gwen.
yeah, this is a massive all whipped up. Especially since Wong is spent his power, he's not gonna be able to clear conditions.
Yeah, but he was the one that paid for Ironbound books, right?
Yeah.
So if you're Miles here, do you start with uh, do you open up with just your 6 dice attack, or do you add the dice using the hop? Or do you get aggressive and try to get both models?
Oh man, it's tough. I think you Venom Blast into Magic or Strange. One of probably Magic, and then you pick up a hammer and kick Strange. I don't know. It's tough. You probably want a web swing too. I don't know. The stun last round is terrible. So maybe you don't Venom Blast.
Yeah, these are the situations I find difficult as a player is figuring out in these situations how aggressive I want to be with my power. I feel like I'm often going to make the wrong decision here and maybe play too safe, like too greedy, trying to get both models, or opting to not spend my power so that I can, pick up my hammers and run away. There's also a Shang-Chi who's not been slowed by Zach. That's not far off from he's got 3 power, so he can go after Miles or go after Toad. We have an attack coming here from Zach. I haven't seen any power spent.
Yeah, something's happening.
Miles into.
Oh, you got double wilds. Oh no,
Oh, we have a whiff here.
double
Come.
reverse pierce.
Is it for each wild you reverse spears?
Yeah,
Oh boy. Yeah, it's a big oof.
yeah. I would have
It's.
liked to see Zach be a little more aggressive there, but
Yeah, Curtis says I taught him that. Sure did. Curtis rolling double wilds led him to a TTS championship last year around this time.
yeah, rolling wilds is a good strategy to win the games.
Schmid wearing a Curtis mask. Uh, at this point, you're definitely going to spend some power here, right? To just try to kill a model.
Yeah, I feel like you needed Venom Blast Magic so that you don't have to deal with reverse pierce. Uh, you pick up one hammer and just kick Strange for +3 dice, so 7.
Well, you've already done an attack, right? So we've only got one action remaining. So we've got to make a choice here on whether we web swing, kick magic, or venom blast. If you venom blast, you can only pick up one of the hammers.
Yeah.
Um, Problem is, whichever if you don't kill magic here, she can just kind of teleport and run. But if you leave Strange alive,
You,
he's gonna teleport and then teleport your model and then kill your model. Like Strange doesn't care about being slowed when he's got 7 power to teleport range 3. All right, so we are seeing the venom blast come out here into magic.
oh
Oh, a
god.
big whiff. At least we have no reverse pierce,
Oh,
so Kernshi's dying.
Magic is dead anyway. Okay, got it done.
Wow, that was a scary way to do it though. Okay.
Yeah.
Curious to see where he drops the second hammer that he can't pick up.
Yeah, just put him over by Shang. I don't think you put him over there. But what do I know?
Well, the scary thing is that Strange can definitely delete Gwen. She does have access to fallback, which is relevant here. Spider Tracker not going to be super impactful, at least not for Strange. You definitely pick one up with Miles, right?
Yeah, because I think otherwise Strange just takes him and runs away, and then you're back to square one. Like scalpel short walk or something.
Yeah.
Problem
Optimal.
though is that well, I guess Strange can't scalpel twice, so he like can't scalpel Miles into the team. He might do that still. I don't know. We'll see.
He's actually choosing to not drop either at Miles, which presents Schmid with options here or choices he has to make. Because he can't scalpel Strange. I'm sorry, he can't scalpel Shang-Chi away. If he decides
So
to
you don't
go
have to
in,
pick any up.
if he decides to go into Gwen, he could still scalp himself and attack her a second time if she falls back. So there's a world where Gwen gets deleted here. But boy, if he misses. So we have extracts right now. Two of them are on the ground. One next to Zach Shang-Chi, one next to Gwen. We've got one on Toad who has got one life left and is staggered. And on Schmidt's side, we have one on Dr. Voodoo. And it would sound like Schmidt is in a rough spot, but he's actually in a really good position right now, given that it took 2 Miles actions to take down Magic this round. And everyone's kind of glommed onto these two extremis points here. Curtis says he can just scalpel on the other side of her, grab the hammer, hit her again after fallback. Yeah. He's scalpeling right up
So
to close to Magic. He's going to grab that hammer. Looks like he spent power for scalpel. So he's going to scalpel. No, I'm sorry. He's attacking Ghost Spider here with 6 dice.
yep,
Good hit so far, but good blocks coming in for Zach. We do have a Pierce on Schmid's side. Schmid doing. He's got 4 coming in, so 3 damage at the moment to Gwen. We have a reroll coming in. Alright, so it looks like Ghost Spider's going to take 3 damage at the moment. It seems a fallback here if he opts to use it. Yeah, he's choosing to use fallback, which will give her cover, but doesn't look like he's going to be outside of range 3, unfortunately. It's going to be scary for Schmid here if he whiffs on this next attack, though. Zach, a true pro, playing fallback and paying the power before putting the damage and power on.
yeah, yeah.
I
Falling
usually,
back for cover. All right.
yeah, I don't hate it because if Gwen survives through this, she can really do a lot of damage this round and displace models.
Yeah, you just need bodies to do stuff.
All right, Schmid here is going for the double tap. Oh, big whiff on Schmidt's side. 1 block for Zach. Well, 2 blocks for Zach because of cover. We got the reroll all coming in from Strange. Much better. 4 successes into 2 blocks so far for Zach. He's got the reroll available to him. He needs to convert the
He's
reroll.
just dead because he's
Oh,
skull
he's not
locked.
skull locked. Oh, right.
Gwen
Unfortunate.
doesn't have ability to mod skull.
That is true. I'm so
She's
used
not on
to
objectives.
being on the objective.
Yeah, rough.
Yeah, that's a big swing for Schmid. Puts a lot of pressure on Zach here. Zach looking like he might go with Cat and potentially attack into Voodoo, who is slowed. So we have 6 dice with a Pierce. Oh, I'm sorry. Strange still has yet to um, put an activated token on, so he could still scalpel Voodoo away if he wants to. That's not a bad idea. Chooses
I
not
think you're
to.
fine.
So we have 1 extract on Doctor Strange. It's not showing up on the view. 1 on Dr. Voodoo for Schmid. 1 on Toad for Zach. And we have 1 just lying on the floor next to Zach's Shang-Chi, who's on his home secure. The problem now is that if Zach wants to pick up that hammer with Shang-Chi, He doesn't have any power to do anything with it. And if he opts to go with Black Cat into Voodoo, then Schmidt Shang-Chi can, move, charge, pick up the hammer.
Yeah, this is rough. Spider Tracker's not even going to save Spec because you just jump kick him and then punch him. Toad's also at risk of dying. Got the random stagger on Toad, so Toad can't even like run to the south point. Ugh.
We've also seen the Extremis consoles not play a factor at all in this game, which is interesting. Zach is choosing to go with his own Shang-Chi, who's going to pick up a hammer. Can he walk and be within range too? He can. The unfortunate thing for Zach, though, is that Ironbound Books is still live.
Yeah.
So we have a walk coming in from Shang-Chi. He's going to be able to roll 7 dice into Strange, who does have reverse Pierce up. Jin, aren't you supposed to be playing a game right now in the TTS League? Alright. 7 into, was it 5? On Strange's side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Schmid with the block he wants, which is a wild. So it's going to be
I'm sure
3 into
Schmid's
2.
rolling 3 dice. Didn't matter, but I don't know why he's rolling 3 dice. Maybe it's a karate kick.
Possibly. I didn't see.
No, because he charged. Definitely was not. Definitely was not a kick. Unless he like walk
No,
jump kicked.
Yeah, it was walk.
Oh, because he didn't have power. It had to be walk kick. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You avoid. Well, you don't avoid the reverse pierce because he reverse pierces on.
Energy. Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Unfortunately, so
And,
he's
yeah,
only
was
pushing through the one
only did
damage.
1 damage.
Yeah, live on 1 special.
Yep.
I mean, at least he's in a relative. I was gonna say a relatively safe position, but that's not exactly true because Dr. Voodoo's right there to threaten. I don't think Schmid gave Zach any good options this round or this activation. I think Zach had to choose between several risky options.
Zach had to Venom Blast magic off the rip. I think he got like constructive criticism. He got a little greedy with the 6 dice kick into her. Then he got super punished by dice.
Yeah, I think this activation specifically, he didn't have any good reliable activations.
Yeah.
He had to do.
Now
He had 2 bad options.
Now he's playing out of the hole.
Yeah.
He's just playing out of the hole now, which is rough. Rough place to be. There's a world where Shang just decimates both these characters.
Yeah, Schmid's definitely got 2 full actions available to his Shang-Chi. I don't even hate just double tapping Spectacular here and just continuing the attrition. Because you feel like you're in a pretty good spot.
I would just kill Toad. Just get him out of there. If you don't, he's gone for the game.
That's true. If you do that, you do let Zach have priority again, but I don't think you care too much about that. Schmid,
Yeah, at this point, you give him priority.
Yeah, Schmid bumping with Doctor Strange here. Just makes it so he can't be seen next round by Shang-Chi without a charge. And puts him within 2 of the Extremis points, so Wong's going to be able to heal him. And Voodoo will be able to heal him. Assuming both models survive Black Cat. So we've got 1 extract on Dr. Voodoo for Schmid. 1 on Doctor Strange, who's alive on 1. 1 on Toad, and 1 on Shang-Chi for Zach. Very likely that Toad goes down this round, though, giving up an extract to Schmid's Shang-Chi. Activation is to Schmid at the moment. He's still got Dr. Voodoo, Wong, and Shang-Chi to go. I think, like you said, if you go into Toad here, you're almost guaranteeing yourself a VP. There's a world where Black Cat maybe dazes your Voodoo, but I think you're okay with that risk, especially because you have. I don't know if Voodoo
So
can bump out of
there's some
range.
problems here. There's some
Please.
problems here. Black Cat is still Brother Daniel'd. So like she can't even pick up these hammers even if she killed Strange.
Right, she
Uh,
she has to go into Voodoo.
right. So like okay, you go into Voodoo, now you don't like you don't you s- you daze him, you can pick up the hammer. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Your odds to get him. I guess you have all webbed up dice.
yeah, you have 6 dice, Pierce. You've got one of those. I'm not sure if Voodoo would be able to bump out of range of a second one, but she would be able to hop anyway if she wants it.
Yeah.
Like it's dicey, but that's the game you have to play at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're just trying to double tap Voodoo. He's defense 2 for the first one at least.
Yeah, it's currently Schmid's activation, so he's got the initiative at the moment.
Oh, he's defense 4. Sorry. No, he's not 6 because Daniel's on Black Cat.
Yeah, so it'd be 6 into 2. Oh
It would be
no,
4
Sooner
because the
Sooners
books.
no Sooners calling out that we are reminding us we are on the Ironbound Books turn.
Right, so it's 4
Yeah,
because Daniel's not on him. Yeah.
still
Significant,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's still a roadblock. All right. Yeah, I think it's not showing up in the stream review. They only just moved the Brother Daniel token over to Zach a moment ago, but it is Schmid's activation. He decided to go with Wong, and he healed Voodoo. I'm sorry, healed Doctor Strange 2 health. So now the initiative is back over to Zach, who's got Black Cat, Black Cat Spectacular, and Toad available to go. Looks like he's gonna go with Black Cat and go into Doctor Voodoo.
Yeah, you don't really have much other lines.
No. Good hit coming in
Okay.
so far. We're pushing we're pushing 4 through at the moment. You love to see it. And a bleed. A little extra disrespect.
Yeah.
Let's see if we see the bump come out here. I don't think it matters because no matter where he bumps, Cat's gonna be able to follow.
Yeah,
But
but you at least force the grab. You force the grappling hook.
yep, and potentially get him off a point.
Yeah.
The problem is that Fisk building is making it so that wherever he goes, I think she can still get on to stay on the point while attacking Voodoo. Sooner calls out maybe we should have shaken the slow with Wong. Not a bad call. Uh, he's recalling the Brother Daniel token, so he's gonna be rolling 6, so it's between 6 and a 6 at the moment. Zach with a good hit so
Well,
far. He
Alicia.
needs it.
Yeah,
Can we
Voodoo's cooked.
see? We need a wild here. Oh, we don't need a wild because we're just gonna kill him.
Okay.
Fun fact: I think Black Cat. She's in my top 3 or 4 favorite models in the whole game. I absolutely love that model.
Same.
Yeah, I prefer if I don't have to play against her, but I've played her in a lot of lists. So we have an exchange of extracts here. We have 3 on Zach's side, but he's likely to lose one right now to Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's charging in to attack Zach's Toad, max range 2. Gives him options to then go into Spectacular. So we're going to see 6 into 3 here. Great hit coming from Schmid. Good blocks though. Zach needs to convert.
Out to live. Needs to reroll to live. Man, that living will be huge.
He
Oh
lives.
boy.
I swear I'm
Oh
not.
man, fallback would be sexy here. Holy
Yeah. He is going to get him on the second attack. But the nice thing about this is it is going to save Zach a VP because now Shang can't just walk to the secure, like floating like a water, whatever it's called.
Yep.
So, I mean, Toad kind of did his job there and held out as long as he could. And now that's going to give Zach an Extremis console. We
Yeah,
have,
I would love to have had the fall back up on that Toad. Holy crap.
yeah, I understand why he did it on Gwen. If Gwen lives, the percentage of her living through that was low, but the payoff
Yeah.
is huge. So I get it. It looks like Zach's going to choose to be aggressive here with Spectacular Spider-Man. He's only got 2 power,
So
so
who's
he won't be able to generate. I like this play while you have all webbed up. This is your chance to throw dice. This is your round to do it,
yeah.
even though Schmid is playing Ironbound books.
Yeah, I don't hate the swing and web kick strange. It is annoying though that if you damage him he bumps onto the point.
Yeah, I mean, there's a world where maybe you could even go into Wong and just try to daze Wong and steal the secure there. It's a little greedy, but
True.
I don't hate it. It's a He's looking to turn Spectacular's activation here into VPs for himself. Right? He's got a really high ceiling here where there's a world where he dazes a model and maybe gets elusive triggers to get back onto a point. It might be
Yep.
asking for a lot to do it, but
Spec's a crazy model, man. He can win games single handedly.
yeah.
I've
One,
had him win games from the brink of disaster before.
I think regardless of what happens here, I think this is a game I'd want to show newer players and mid-level players of what separates strong players. Because one thing I've noticed, and I don't know if you've seen this too, but a lot of times when I play into weaker players, they will just choose to lose more slowly rather than take the lines that are risky but get them back into the game. And I think that's kind of what Zach's
Yep.
doing here, right? Like he's looking to make a play that the floor could be really low, but the ceiling is really high, and he feels the pressure that the need to do this. And I think it's something more players need to kind of explore. So we do have the web swing up here, and it looks like he's going to be going into Wong.
Yeah. All right. I like it.
What is that going to be? 7 dice into 3? 4, right? Because he's within.
Injuring. Yeah, Wong could just
Good
be
hit.
cooked here. We got the elusive too. Yeah, he's
5
he's dead.
into 1 block. Yeah, so down goes Wong. So this is going to convert into a VP here for Zach. He got the
Yeah, that's
elusive.
huge.
Do you get back onto your own point? I don't think you do, but it's okay because you do have an
No,
action.
I think you just take the free. You get that scored you a VP, and now you can score another VP.
Yeah, it looks
You
like
get yourself away from Shang.
yeah, this is interesting because of the elusive and immediate move. He can maybe get Schmid's home point potentially. I think Zach didn't feel like he was able to get there. Yeah, Zach wasn't confident he was going to make it to the back point. Oh, that would have been awesome if he could get extra greedy there. And
Yeah, I don't. So what's Zach scoring right now? He's got 2 hammers and 2 things, so it's 4.
yeah,
And Schmid's 2. Okay.
yeah, this is the round he
Yeah.
needed. Doctor Strange has 3 damage on him. No Ironbound books next round. So there's still a world where Zach can claw it through here. He still has Spider
Yeah,
Tracker and She Mastery.
Schmid's down basically his entire kit of cards,
Yeah.
and Strange is on 3 health at risk of dying at any moment, and Schmid's entire team's like injured, so like scoring secures is going to be hard.
Yeah, so we've got
We'll see.
a 10-9 lead for Zach at the moment. The extracts are parity with an extract on a healthy Shang-Chi for Schmid, a hurting Doctor Strange for Schmid, a Black Cat for Zach, and a Shang-Chi for Zach. One thing I did not call out earlier is the Black Cat. I think she healed herself after doing the damage to Voodoo, so she's
She
got
did,
4 life
yes.
left. Um, And the priority is back to Schmid. Yeah, Chewy, I like that too. I think Zach and Schmid are really showing the importance of remaining aggressive and trying to eliminate options from your opponent. Like I said, I think this is a game I'm going to want to show newer players who are trying to level up.
Yeah, this has been a really great game so far.
Yeah, thank my locals who most of whom weren't able to make it to the shop tonight, and then I wasn't feeling well, so I took a nap instead of going to the LGS. So shout outs to naps. All right, so Schmid is teleporting up here with Doctor Strange, who is flush on power, and he's spendering. So that's going to be what is that 7 dice Mystic coming in here to a few different models?
Yeah, maybe we get some heals.
Whiff on the.
Oh God,
I'm just doing the first ones with the
something's dead.
Miles. Yeah, something's super
Yeah,
dead.
three depth three. I think Miles is cooked.
That's my expectation. Uh, yeah. This all. Zach's down as leader now after that play from Schmid. He's now going into Shang-Chi. Second stream in a row, I think, that we've seen the spender come out from Doctor Strange. Shout out to Schmid. Another another
Oh
big hit from Schmid.
God,
Good blocks though. It is Shang-Chi, right? So he's blocking 3 at the moment, 4 at the moment, but 8
8.
coming in. Jeez, Louise, as Lucas would say, pushing 4.
You just roll like 16 hits or something on 14 dice.
Yeah, these are the games that Right Mad doesn't watch when he talks about webs. And now he's going into spectacular, right? Or was this a range 2? Oh, four crits from Zach.
This is Shang.
Is it Shang? Oh, he's just doing a regular attack in a Shang. 6 successes
He's
on both
alive.
sides.
Holy shit.
And we're gonna get a throw into magic.
Yeah, that's huge. Strange can't brace.
Yeah, so
I guess he just takes the one, but yeah.
I just saw a power go on to magic. Is that part of or maybe I just missaw that. Yeah, I think I just my eyes lied to me. So we are going to see the throw here. Or maybe I'm wrong. Zach has 6 power into Shang-Chi. He probably wants to do something about this magic here. The problem is, regardless of where he goes with Shang-Chi, he's going to be threatened, right? If he goes north, you've got Voodoo. If he goes south, you've got Schmid's healthy Shang-Chi with a hammer. So I'm not sure that there's a world where Zach's Shang-Chi makes it through this round alive. Well, we do have an Extremis
I think
console.
you're rolling dice, baby. You're
Yeah.
rolling dice. You got Chi Mastery online. You got a hammer. You're killing both these characters.
Who do you target first? Do you go into Magic or do you go into
Strange.
Strange? Strange.
Strange since he got hammers.
We see the charge. Yeah, Strange holding 1 hammer at the moment. Looks like we're going to see 7 into 3. No, it's Magic. Looks like he's targeting Magic first.
Oh God. Well, yee.
She might be dead. She's blocking 2. So 6 so far and 2, so she's taking 4 at the moment, but he does have Chi Mastery to one-shot her if he needs it.
I think you
Yeah,
probably do it.
he might want to, because he needs to
Yeah, you
attack
buy an
both
action.
models. Yeah,
Yeah, you
we're
got
gonna
to
see
do
a
it.
Chi Mastery here. So Magic goes down, which gives Shang-Chi 5 power. And now the opportunity to take out Strange. Does give books back to Schmid, but I don't think that's going to be hugely impactful at the moment.
Did Shang not throw? I don't believe he did.
Okay.
He probably didn't want like weird bumping to happen.
Shang is going to go into Doctor Strange now with a huge hit coming in here.
What
No
are these
blocks.
dice?
Strange re-rolling all.
He's toast.
Yep, Strange goes down. So we're going to have 2 hammers now on Shang-Chi, and he gets to float like water and go somewhere else. Float like water. So
Yeah,
first he's
this is
gonna.
very reminiscent of my game against Curtis at Squad Goals, where it was whoever's Shang-Chi dominated better was the game.
Yeah, I do fancy myself a Shang-Chi player these days.
Yeah, AMG cooked real hard with that one.
Okay, and now he can fly. Now he is body blocked by his Spectacular Spider-Man, so he won't be able to flow to the point if he wanted to. And
I think he can. I think he can.
okay. It looks like there's actually just
Yeah,
the right angle because
yeah,
healing one on your Shang-Chi is really impactful
yeah. Nope.
when you're counting blanks. Yeah, perfect. So we've got two hammers on Shang-Chi and one on Black Cat for Zach. Uh, the cool thing for Zach is that Schmid has a choice to make, and if he decides to go into Cat, then Zach gets to go into Shang-Chi and displace him and keep his own Shang-Chi safe while healing him. And if he chooses to go into Zach's Shang-Chi, well, then Cat gets to stagger Voodoo and run away.
Um, yeah, staggering Voodoo's a problem. If Voodoo takes one and rolls a skull or something, goes to 7 power, possess Shang, just a walk possess, pick up his hammers. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Especially with the bump. And also, like, you have a Wong that can get rid of your stagger, so whatever.
That is a point that I didn't consider. I have like a mental block on Wong. I hate that model. I was talking about. I've been dabbling with webs recently, and I was talking to Jin and Jeff, and they were pitching me on Wong, and I was like, I just hate that model so much. I don't like models
I've
that can't dig me out of holes, and I like to put myself in holes when I play this game often. And Okoye never lets me down. She won me a GT, so that's my girl now and forever.
What's the deal? Could Zach win this round? He would need his Shang to survive, and
Yeah,
then
Toad is gonna definitely
he
score him a
would.
secure. Seems likely.
Yeah. I don't think
Spec
Zach
is on.
Toad's gonna grab the bottom.
Yeah, Spec is on 2 power, so he could rotate away. What are we seeing here? We're seeing a tab on a Shang-Chi.
I think it's a karate kick. I think he's in range 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, good blocks,
didn't do anything.
which means he could throw him after this, right?
Actually, yes.
I mean, Schmid
I don't
does
know if
have the. Yeah, I mean, Schmid has the
there really a
power.
reason.
So the
I don't
problem,
think you do because
Chi Mastery, right?
yeah, because he's hammer tax from the Chi Mastery, so I don't think
Yeah,
you throw him.
that makes sense to me.
Actually, what you could do is you could throw him and just don't do damage to him.
Yeah, make him waste the brace. I'm sorry, make him waste the power to charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems like Zach's thinking about it.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't think Shang's going to be spending his power on much else right now.
Nope, we're just gonna have a attack into Shang-Chi. Good hit from Zach's side and good block. I'm sorry, good blocks from Zach and good hit from Schmid. Looks like we're getting a stagger and we're
Actually alive.
poking 1 damage through. Stun not gonna matter here. I mean, it does put him in possess range for Voodoo, but Voodoo needs more power to be able to actually do something actionable with that. Hmm.
Yeah.
It still puts Zack in a difficult position. I mean, you're happy that Shang-Chi lived, but you've got a difficult choice now. As you called out before, you can't just stagger Voodoo because of Wong and the ability to potentially he ends up on 7 power.
Yeah, I mean, even if you couldn't clear the stagger, he would take a damage, roll a skull, probably bump, just possess Shang and take his things like through the building. So
Yeah.
who cares?
If
Um,
If Black Cat
I think what you're
chooses
looking at is you're just rotating your Black Cat
yeah,
south. I think
that's
like
what I was
to
gonna
the
ask. If you could rotate Black Cat and she's gonna be able to score you two VPs this round, and it means that Voodoo has to walk, either walk attack, possess Shang-Chi to get both hammers, or Wong feeds him in power, which is totally reasonable and probably very likely. I mean, if you don't rotate your Black Cat away, then Voodoo just gets to possess her. That's not ideal.
Yeah, that might not be that bad actually. Um, I don't know.
'Cause nothing's
'Cause then Voodoo
threatening.
picks up a hammer, and then yeah, yeah, it's tough. Black Cat. Maybe you just roll dice into Voodoo and you just try to fucking kill him.
Yeah, I mean, you're rolling 4 and a 4.
Well, you got a hammer on Cat, so you got 5. But I
Oh,
mean, I guess like if you miss, then it's like horrendous. Voodoo heals like 3 or 4 from Wong plus himself. Yeah. Oh man, it's tough.
it seems risky. Yeah, Curtis calls out. I was thinking a similar thing that because Shang-Chi's alive on one, there's a world you just ignore him this round and just possess him, and next round just kill him, which is problematic.
Uh,
Sooner thinks that Zach should have gone into Voodoo. I don't know if if right or wrong. We are seeing power come off of Black Cat here, so she's either hopping or staggering.
I don't know. I think Shang has to daze here. He can't leave Shang on 1. Zach would go to 15 if like
Well,
Voodoo possessed Black Cat. He's just too far behind.
I think they were calling for a possess on Shang and then dazing him top of next round.
Okay, I understand.
I think unless I'm crazy, I think I saw yeah, power did come off of Black Cat. So it looks like we are going for the stagger.
No,
We
this is a builder. Oh boy.
oh, it's a builder.
Something's getting slashed. Oh god.
Oh wow.
Oh man, if you did one more, dude, you just stagger him and he's dead. Holy crap.
Oh, Jin called out Cat healed. That's what the power was spent on. Good catch, Jin. Uh-oh.
Oh god, if Voodoo dies, it's real bad.
Similarly, if Voodoo doesn't die, it's real bad. And currently Zach's got a little bit of a whiff on his side
He's
there.
not
Big
dead.
whiff on his side. Yeah. I think this was like pretty darn good for Schmid because he can.
Yeah, he heals to full now.
Yeah. It was looking real smart a second ago, though. Zach looking like he's gonna spend to just move Cat away to not give him a possession target.
Yeah.
But with the power on Voodoo, you could just walk possess Shang-Chi and grab 2 hammers that way.
This is interesting, man. Like, if Wong goes, he can heal 3 on Voodoo. Spec could just come in and kill Voodoo. Like, the
I wonder.
dice are a thing.
No, I was gonna say Toad is too far away. I was curious if there was a world where Toad could have taken a hammer off Shang-Chi, but definitely not. So to recap where we are, Black Cat's got a hammer and she's moved off into pretty safe position because of Spider Tracker as well. And Shang-Chi's got 2 hammers for Zach, but he's alive on 1. And Schmid's only got 1 hammer right now on his Shang-Chi, who's in a very safe position. But he's got 10 power on Dr. Voodoo. You do have to be careful though, because as Voodoo goes here, he heals 1 and takes 1 because of bleed unless he shakes. And if he was to take the hammers off of Shang-Chi, Spectacular Spider-Man can still teleport 3. In fact, Schmid's actually looking at that right now. Spec can web swing and double tap Voodoo.
Yep.
So Schmidt's not quite out of the woods yet. Yeah, sooner. Same for me. I maybe it's because most people, maybe not enough people attack with Black Cat, right? Maybe that's part of it. Pierce is one of the best triggers you can have in this game. Oh, sorry, Voodoo.
Also, remember,
Why is he?
there's a real chance that Voodoo just like doesn't kill Shang-Chi. I mean, you probably just spender him and you roll a wild and he dies. So yeah, I guess it's probably fine.
So with two models left for Zach and one for Schmid, oh, looks like he's going with Wonga, just healing Voodoo for three.
He's gonna take the gamble that Spec doesn't kill Voodoo.
Yeah, I mean, Spec could also just walk, throw an attack, and then throw Voodoo. I don't
I
think
think
that even matters.
we're just in the web swing build like swing strike, hit elusive for the bump, hit him again, hope you kill him.
Yeah, chat.
Regardless, Schmid can't win this round. So
Yeah, the chat's calling out though, which I've called out a few times here that we're unlikely to see a Shang Daze. I think Schmid is going to try to leave him alive because he's got Prio. So you just kill Schmid, Shang-Chi at the start of next round, and Zach's down his best damage dealer. There's been a few times now where that fallback would have really come in clutch if it hadn't gone on Gwen. But again, if she lives through that, Zach would have been in such a stellar position.
Voodoo continue to make the game all about him because it's kill him or lose.
Zach thinking over his options here. Problem too with that line of going into Voodoo is that he does give up a VP because Shang-Chi, Schmidt Shang-Chi is going to score that extremis point.
Right.
At this point, though, both players are largely playing a race to 16 rather than a deny my opponent scoring. Interesting. Zach is measuring some stuff off of Toad. I'm not sure. He might just be looking to throw dice at Toad. I'm sorry, dice at Shang-Chi with Toad. Maybe, maybe acid spit on him just to reduce the defense die.
Yeah, that could just be the world you live in where you just gotta make attacks.
Uh, Jin, he won't be able to do that because it is an action to Finders Keepers, and Toad won't be able to get within range 2 of Zack Shang-Chi. Because that Shang-Chi that's on that home extremis point is Schmid's. I don't even have much to say here, Mike. There's just I don't think there's an obvious line. I'm curious what he's measuring. I guess he's looking to acid spit Shang-Chi and then maybe roll dice with Spec.
Rough.
No, he's going for the guaranteed VP and moving Toad up towards that extremis point to be in a safe position.
Yeah, you get to play another round. Schmid can't win this round, and you at least can you can make attacks into Voodoo. Maybe you get something off of it. And then next round, like Shang has to like Schmid has to daze the Shang, and then you maybe get one activation to try to get rid of Voodoo.
All right, so Schmid's just got his voodoo left to go. Brutal heal came coming from Wong earlier. Assuming we see a walk possess. What other lines might Schmid be looking at here? And what is he most concerned about?
Well, his win condition is keep Voodoo alive. Uh, so I mean, I think it's just like, where do you end your turn? Probably away from Zach's models. I mean, maybe you just run into the board edge, like towards the movement tools after the possess, because that way, like, you have Strange and your own Shang-Chi to like chase down something weird that happens.
Yeah, you could also possess Shang-Chi, move to within 2 of Strange, and next round have Strange daze Shang-Chi and teleport Voodoo away. That seems like a pretty safe play.
Yeah. Well, Spec no, because Spec's gonna double tap you. So like right now,
Oh, right.
yeah.
And after possess, he'll be on 2 defense dice, and he'll have 4 damage left. So it's not like unheard of to see.
So he's gonna heal on the Extremis Council before he leaves.
Oh,
So he'll
true.
just be back to 1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus he got books next round too. So like it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Webs.
Would have really liked to have seen Zach throw the Shang earlier because you would have turned off Smidge Chi Mastery going in the next round, but they've been playing well otherwise.
All right, we're seeing the possess. I'm sorry, the walk possess.
Yep.
So now we've got 1 hammer on Schmid's Shang-Chi and 2 hammers on Schmid's Dr. Voodoo. Still has an action remaining. Let's see where he chooses to go to be in the most safe position. I mean, he can't be seen where he currently is, although I expect... Yeah, he's going to go in a spot where it's going to be really hard for Spectacular to threaten him. And it can even open
You
up
can just
next
walk
round
in and
into Cat.
possess Black Cat.
Yeah.
Man, what a cool model. Ah, the Spider Tracker. Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to see Cat move to a safe position here, but really the game's going to come down to being able to get Voodoo. And I'm not sure Zach has a way to do that. Zach still has spec here. Maybe he gets lucky and can daze Shang-Chi. And we see the bleed damage come out on Dr. Voodoo. So as of right now, Schmid is scoring 4 points to Zach's 3 points. Sorry, Zach's 2
So
points.
Zach has 5 if Spec leaves this point. Yeah. Schmid will have 5 points.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going to go try to deny. He'll actually score a VP over Schmid by moving to that north point
True.
and apply a little bit of pressure here. Yeah, Jin, we had some trouble getting in this game up and running, but thankfully we were able to make it work, and it's been a great game to watch. Looks like we're
Yes,
seeing
sir.
Spec just go into Shang-Chi.
Not the impact webbing. Whoa.
Okay, I see where yeah.
Whoa. That is a massive hit.
Yeah, 4 damage into Shang-Chi. That might change what he opts to do here.
Yeah.
Big time.
What do you even do with that now?
Yeah, I think
Surely that won't happen again.
that really complicates your turn because there was a world where he pushes him and then goes up to Voodoo and he's able to deny a couple of VPs there, but of course Ben comes in the chat immediately complaining about Webs, even though we've been seeing Webs get a little bullied at points in this game.
I think you got to leave the Sheng on one, man.
I agree.
Yeah, now you got to go.
Because if you
You
move
go hang
spec,
out with Voodoo.
yeah, if you move spec north, you're able to deny another VP from Schmid. So Schmid will score just the 3 extracts.
It is tough though. Like walking into a double hammer Voodoo is scary stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, right, the percentages of you living through it are low, but you kind of have to do something. Look, right, we wouldn't have expected a 4 dicer to have gotten Shang-Chi there, but here we are.
Yeah.
Spec's going to move up here, and they're going to score 3 points apiece. So Zach will be at 13, and Schmidt will be at 12.
Wow. This game this game is the gift that keeps giving.
It's you because last time I had you on was that oh no, the time before that was the Sooner game where like it was every missed intrusion roll and then so many absurd rolls. Like I think Jane just rolled like 0 successes on like 3 or 4 straight attacks. It was a wild game. I think it was Sooner Johnny.
Yeah, it was sooner pastrami.
So we have
That
13,
was
12 lead for Zach. We have Ironbound books being played for Schmidt here. We have extracts on Schmidt Shang-Chi, who's alive on 1, and Dr. Voodoo holding 2 hammers. 1 hammer on Black Cat for Schmid, who's in. She's in a little bit of trouble in the fact that Voodoo could walk, possess, walk away. But that just means Voodoo can get double tapped by Spec, so I'm not sure that's what he wants to do.
yeah, you can't do that with your Voodoo. He'll just die.
So we were all looking for the days here on Shang-Chi, on Zach Shang-Chi, but that does allow Spec to double tap Voodoo, so I don't know if that's what he wants to do. So we might see an
Man,
activation actually come in here.
I think Voodoo just kills Shang. Or sorry, Spec, because Zach's Shang is staggered. Like
Yeah.
now imagine well, I guess yeah, if Shang would have thrown Shang and done a damage earlier, you would have turned on Shi Mastery and died. But yeah, so it's a lot of weird hindsight going on.
That Fisk has really played an impact in this game too with the players unable. Okay, so we are seeing the Voodoo go into Spectacular here. So we're going to see a 7-die builder.
Now,
Uh, yeah,
oh god,
that's going to be a
he's
dead
just dead.
Spec. Um, yeah, we've got 7 successes, so the chances of... Yeah, actually, no, he literally can't live through that. Yeah, so that dazes Spectacular Spider-Man and puts Schmidt in a really commanding position.
Immediate 10 power, cool character.
Yeah, Ben, good call. Ironbound Books is up, so it's like pretty hard for Voodoo to go down here, especially with the Extremis consoles, the Wong healing, and Black Cat being the only model that threatens. Does seem unlikely. I don't know about you, Mike, but I've never seen a game where Dr. Voodoo ended up with 3 hammers and dominated. This is uncharted territory in MCP.
Yeah, true. Dr. Voodoo, range 3, actionless possess, Shang-Chi, actionless pushes, stackable extracts. You know, you just love to see all of it.
Yeah, I remember when I thought I was a good X-Men player, and then I remembered that Dr. Voodoo was hard carrying me. Those were the
Yeah.
days. I also loved Voodoo in Magneto Brotherhood, where I got to throw terrain while also possessing. Go back to my Magneto
Yeah, yeah.
bunker.
Old Voodoo.
Shout out to the right man.
Even more of a balanced character.
We were on that Magneto Voodoo combination.
Do you even possess the Black Cat here?
I don't think
I
you
guess you
need
have
to,
so
but
much power that you just pull Daniel back, so who cares? Yeah, I think you definitely do it.
yeah, I mean the chances of Black Cat with two 4-die attacks into your 6.
Right, but you bump the second one, right? Like if you take damage, you just bump away.
True.
Yeah,
All right,
so
Voodoo
it's like
walking up
one
here.
attack.
He's gonna possess. I think this just confirmed when I'm playing for Summer Slaughter. It's Doctor Voodoo. All right, so Voodoo's gonna end up
Yeah,
with 3 hammers here for Schmid, and it's up to Black Cat to kind of make something happen here. Oh, that's true. Yes. Zach does have Shang-Chi he can go with here. And I mean there's a world where he heals in the extremis point and then Strange isn't able to get him.
you magically
Shang-Chi
survive a strange activation.
interesting. So Shang-Chi's opting to do his kick instead of the charge. Why is that? I mean, it doesn't matter because he's gonna get him here because he rolled 6
Says
successes.
it's energy.
Ah, okay. Well, he's
Yeah, and
gonna
you
get
still
him.
get put on the point. Yeah,
And he's going to end up on the point, heal 1, and pick up the hammer. So not a bad turn there from Shang-Chi. Uh, Strange is going to be able to double tap him.
yeah,
Uh, he could even, if you wanted to, just attack him from just outside range 3 if he wants to. Be a little
yeah.
greedy
You can
here.
just daggers him, and he probably just dies. Well, the game is kill voodoo or lose. It's almost like we said this on the cast.
That's true. Listen, I enjoyed those tier list episodes. I think most of it's accurate. A-bomb is A tier. That's my only issue with you guys. That's my boy.
That's fine. We can be wrong about A-bomb. I'm not that worried about it.
So it is Schmid's activation. He could do a pseudo pass turn and just have Wong heal Voodoo, making it even harder for Voodoo to go down. Or he can go with Doctor Strange and just kind of close the door here, but I think the Wong pseudo pass makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah, Sooner calling out that once again he did mention earlier in the game that you really need to go into Voodoo earlier to eliminate him. I mean that's the play into Inhumans too, right? Like you and I have talked about it a bunch that when you play into Inhumans, just go kill Voodoo.
Yeah, any list playing voodoo, you have to kill that character or you lose the game. That's
Yeah,
essentially what
uh,
it is.
my counterpoint to Sooner might be that the position Zach was in, he did eliminate Doctor Strange and Magic's activations, and both those models are super dangerous. We are seeing Wong double move back to his home extremis console, just applying even more scenario pressure here. Zach with just Toad and Black Cat to go. I imagine here we see the Black Cat attack Voodoo and hope to get lucky.
You just wait, right?
My concern with waiting is can't Strange just double move and teleport Voodoo away?
Uh, yeah, good call.
If he does that, then Schmidt scores 3-4 for sure. And Zach would be scoring 1, 2, 3,
3.
which
Uh,
we'd actually be going for the round 7.
no, 4.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
no,
no, no,
Strange.
no. That's a loss. Yeah, Strange has to kill Shang. Yeah, it's gonna come down to if like Black Cat kills Voodoo here. If Black Cat kills Voodoo, Webs win. If, but I think you. I guess Zach has Prio.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
chat's calling out
well,
that
hold on. Do you block Black Cat to deal with Wong. Like you score over Wong. So you score 2. Strange weirdly misses into Shang-Chi somehow.
Yeah, that's what chat's calling out. They're saying that Schmid wants to win. He's got to kill Shang-Chi.
Right. Yeah, and for webs you can't. Oh no. It's yeah, you get to wait to see what Strange does here before you activate your black cat because it's Convo's turn. Yeah. Well.
Okay.
All right.
Strange
Yeah, 6
beta
dice
power.
dagger.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's energy, but I think he's within range 3, right? So we're still going to count blanks.
Probably.
So we're blocking 3. So we're not pushing any damage through at the moment. We're blocking
4
4. All
blocks.
right,
Oh
so we get the
boy.
reroll all from Schmid.
Okay.
All right, we are we're
uh,
doing this dance
it's
again.
looking a little spooky.
Well, now you have a decision to be made as Schmid. You teleport in and teleport. Oh man, actually, oof. If you walk and teleport Shang away, does that do anything for you? It means you score 4, but then and Zach would score 1, 2, 3.
If you walk Scalpel Shang, you
No,
score
he's got to kill him.
5,
Yeah,
and then Black Cat.
worst
You would
case
win by
scenario,
1 unless Voodoo dies.
if you walk Strange and teleport Shang-Chi away, then we're likely ending up in a 16-16 situation. Um,
No.
why is that?
Am I something I'm missing?
Because you have
Voodoo's 3, Wong is 1. Oh no, you walk Black Cat over to Wong. Is
right.
that what I'm
Yes,
missing?
yes, that's what I'm assuming.
That would be 3 and 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 16, 16. Okay. Oh boy!
Uh,
All right, we're going for all the money.
no, nobility because Cat has the token on her, so she can't steal. So she cannot steal. Okay, so Strange scalpels up.
Can't watch.
What am I missing, Mike? He scalpeled up.
Yeah, he's YOLOing 5 dice, baby. 5 dice into 4. That's it.
Why?
No Pierce, no
Okay,
nothing.
interesting. 4 blocking 2, so he's gonna
He is
get
alive on 1. Oh no,
no,
he rolled it.
he's
Yeah,
gotta
he got him.
roll. Oh, he has no Miles reroll. Yeah, good. So Schmidt's gonna get him there.
Ooh.
That was tight. What am I missing? Why did he port in and then attack rather than throw a dagger and then port afterwards?
So he wouldn't be able to pick up the hammers.
Oh, okay. So
Or the
he
1
he
hammer if
needed
he
to pick up
daggered.
the hammer. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And then worst case scenario here was you tie. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because
Now Black Cats kill Voodoo or lose, right?
yeah. And do you have to do it?
Well,
You have to
here's the
do it
thing.
in. You have to do at least 4 damage on this attack, right?
You got to do 4 on this, yeah.
I don't
Come
want to
on,
root.
Felicia.
I
I
don't want
believe in
to.
you.
Yeah, Curtis calling it the same thing out. I don't want to root against Schmid, but man, do I kind of want to see a black cat one shot something because it's my girl.
I'm not rooting for any player.
Yeah,
I'm only rooting for Black Cat because I
yeah.
love her and I hate Voodoo.
All right, we are seeing the pullback on the Brother Daniel token here, which means that she could steal, but I don't think that matters.
Okay, so you miss, you get another crack at it. You could steal. What does that do for you? Nothing, right? You lose still?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
kill him.
You just go again.
Good
Oh,
hit, but not enough.
Pierce? Oh, no,
Pierce.
he's alive on 1! Oh, no!
Wow, what a game.
Oh, my God.
What a game. If that had gone in the opposite order of events, then Schmid probably just dies here, right?
Yeah, you just
But
troublemaker and you
yeah,
punch the one
but it
and he
happened.
dies.
It happened in the exact right order that Schmid needed to win this game. What a game!
That was a crazy game. Holy shit. That was
Yeah,
really fun.
that'd be a really fun game to kind of dissect later and kind of break down some of the lines and just see where how we got to where we are. All right, let's join the players.
The
Hmm.
your cat one like was the same one on the other side. When Shang barely lived, I was like, I
Yeah.
got this. I mean, I'm fucked. I'm not fucked. I'm in trouble. And when Cat lived, I'm like, okay, we got something. We got something. Cat didn't rip me apart for the second time.
What a
She did
game!
her best. She really did her best.
She tried. She was the MVP in that case.
Yeah, no kidding.
Schmidt, it was nothing personal. I wasn't rooting against you as a person, but I was. We all were kind of rooting for Black Cat to take down Voodoo there because it would have been like just
No,
what she
right?
was doing that game, man. She was dealing out damage. Zach,
I
what a great
told,
game from you. Schmidt, obviously, congrats on the win. But we were just loving the game. It was just so many great decisions being made. Fun dice. Like I think this was a great game, both as to why MCP is fun, but this is a game I was telling earlier. I would like to share this with newer and mid-level players because I think you both, one showed that D shapes are actually much more condensed than you realize. 'Cause you're fighting over the extracts, but you guys were both making a lot of really interesting, aggressive plays. Like Zach, there were times where you went for some plays that seemed low percentage, but you identified you had to make those plays in order to maintain parity with Schmid, whereas a lesser player would have just chose to lose slower. So I really enjoyed the game.
Thanks.
Felt like I
Yeah.
learned some stuff here. So thank you.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching it. It was extremely entertaining. I thought both players played excellent.
Zach, can you just take me through a little bit of your squad construction here? Like the six wide, it was good maybe for the secure game early, but we ended up on a much more condensed map. Uh, do you think the six wide here in this configuration was the right call, or do you maybe wish you had brought, let's say, an abomination or something?
In general, I think I'm still happy with the team I played. Um, like in hindsight, I lost, so it's you're always looking for the like, what could I have done differently in squad construction here? But like, I'm pretty comfortable. Sorry, I was getting the signal to that I'm getting really loud, and I don't want to wake up my infant daughter. Um, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very comfortable with six wide webs, and like on a D, if things go okay and I don't lose control of the extracts so quickly, then having the extra bodies to overwhelm the secures helps a lot. But the extracts just kind of slipped away from me faster than I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Schmidt, I loved your opening. You identified your win con early on, and you went after Gwen. Can you just tell us a little bit about that? I think at first we were surprised, but I think that's the motto I've always heard is going to Web Warriors, you go into Gwen, right?
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, everyone talks about how good Gwen is, and she just dies every time I play against her. But that's because I actually go after her. I mean, you can't. He has 6 models and last activation with displacement. I can't play European and sit on the points and be like, well, I hope he doesn't displace me off of it. You got to go kill people. So the reason actually the setup I had was I had this idea that maybe if somebody like jumps on one of the points and grabs the hammer that's not Toad, like Strange can double walk and teleport him back towards my team and maybe try to take him out like that. But Toad's too far away and no one else landed on the other point. So I went with, well, I'm going to walk forward and that's the 6 versus 5 wide. I at least have the one thing where I can, if I kill somebody at the top of the turn, unless something goes different, I always have priority. So like, if I didn't lose priority, I could always go after Gwen the top of the third turn. I think this game had a lot of like when he did a bunch of damage to Voodoo and didn't kill him, that gave me a lot of power to steal. When I didn't kill Shang, um, with Strange after the hot spender, gave him a lot of power to get stuff back. So I think when he attacked Magic and then he stole Voodoo's hammer and it let me teleport Magic over the thing and like kill Miles with planes, like it's one of those like evolving things, and you just got to throw as much damage as you can. Like I just can't sit there. I'll lose if I sit there. That's really the only reason I have to go. And things like Just the Shang on the side, right? I have to I don't really want to fight over there. I can't fight 3 models with one because he has his Shang as well. If it wasn't, I could. But I force him at least to bring somebody else to get that point, right? And then also, and then Shang forced him to go with Toad in a way. Forced. I'm using air quotes because that could did what he wants, but you're within 2 of Toad, so you're like, all right, well, if I get to go with Shang, I'll attack Toad. If you slippery away, I'll charge because I'll just charge back and go get him. And then that forces, now I have the extract lead over there, and you have 3 models. Are you going to come get me? It's one of the hardest models to kill for his team because of, well, if you roll blanks. To mine did not roll as many blanks. I rolled better in other places, but my Shang defense were not where the hotness was. But yeah, I think you just got to go, and can always slip away and go better. But the team can do it. I mean, I have Mystic Attacks, and you rarely gets the Spider Tracker against my team just because of how it moves and stuff.
Mike, did you have any questions for the players?
Yeah, I had a couple questions for Zach. I thought Zach
Sure.
played extremely well, and he did a lot of stuff that I wasn't anticipating. I thought was worked out for him. But there was a couple points. The beginning of the game, you opted to walk Toad to the back your home extremis. Did you anticipate his Shang just coming after you? I anticipated just running Toad into the deployment zone. That way, you make his Shang choose VPs if he wants.
That was certainly a concern, but I wanted to have someone there to potentially free Miles up to go somewhere else and not have to keep him in the fight. Like if I have to choose between, well, A, I want to give Miles the option of going somewhere and fighting. But B, if I have to rotate someone else away and choose who's going to live and who's going to die, I would rather put Toad in a position to die and Miles in a position to live. But Cat did a little bit too much damage to Magic and let her teleport over there and kill him, which wasn't ideal.
Yeah, fair enough. The other question was when you all webbed up and you opted to kick Magic and you got reverse pierce to hell.
Uh-huh.
Do you think maybe just Venom blasting off the rip would have been better? I don't know.
So, yeah, you guys had us muted, right?
Yeah,
that was an incredibly greedy play by me, which
Okay, yeah.
was incredibly greedy because the hope was if I can get Magic with the kick and then a Venom Blast into Strange so that I don't have to deal with his 5 Mystic with Reverse Pierce. And if I get both of them, I think I just win that round.
Yeah, for sure.
So I had a couple. I tend to look for those greedier plays sometimes where it's okay, if this doesn't work out, it's not going to be great, but if it does work out, and I don't know what the actual math of that working is, but it's it feels good enough to take the chance that if that shot hits, it's just over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can vibe with it.
So I was also saying that if Miles had one more power, he would have enough to swing, kick Magic, refund the 2 power he spent to swing, picking up those hammers, and then still have Venom Blast power on Strange. And those extra 2 dice on Magic would have obviously felt a lot better. But he was a power shy of that.
That was definitely scary
Yeah.
when he did 4 with after I sacked it, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm like, I'm gonna take one, maybe be in bump range, and then I'm like, oh god, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yeah,
Maybe
in
I shouldn't have bumped
in hindsight, I think because Toad was next to Miles. Miles ended up getting stunned because of it, and
Yes.
Miles' power economy went into the toilet.
Yeah,
because
that was
of
a problem.
Yeah,
That was a big problem.
Well, guys,
yeah. I mean,
I
great game.
appreciate you
It was
letting me
extremely entertaining.
stream.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That was one of the most entertaining games I've watched, and I think there's a lot to dissect and learn from here. Like I said, I want to share this with newer and mid-level players that are looking to level up because there's a lot of great lines taken that I think will push people to play a little bit better at the game. So thank you for that. And Schmid, congrats. Next week's the finals, right?
It is. We'll see
Yes.
them again.
How many times have you you have a couple of lunch meets under your belt, right?
I have 3 lunch mates right
Yeah.
now.
But how many does Curtis and Johnny have?
I think 6.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of them are in the 16-man lunch meets, not the 32-man lunch meets.
Ah,
But
yeah,
fine.
yeah. That doesn't count,
But no,
obviously.
they have more than me.
And,
I'm
half a
fine.
lunch meat.
I'm fine.
All right, guys.
But
Thank you again for letting me stream,
uh,
and have a good night.